other people who do warm up are generally more.
I wasn't physically aggressive.
No, but you know what I mean. Just want to.
But for example, if I can think of 2 examples, one's a general one, one's a specific one. If there are people in the audience, like say you're mid-take and someone gets up and goes to the toilet, then I wouldn't just go, hey, could you not do that? I'd be like,
no.
What were you thinking then doing that?
Right, yeah.
And you use that like, please don't do that. Please don't do that when, you know.
And is that right or wrong, stupidly? I don't know, it's a stupid question.
I don't know. But I don't know if that's right or wrong. I think my feeling with it is if you make an example of someone without, I don't mean like smack their bottoms or anything, but I mean, if you make an example of someone in the room, it's unlikely if and the rest of the audience sees that you're genuinely exasperated, like, I can't believe you just did that. Then I think they would think twice about it. They'd be like, no, he's right. That was stupid, wasn't it?
You're a bit of a, what do you call it, like a sheep herder, aren't you, really? With those
Shaman.
Yeah. Stay where you are.
Yeah. A bit like that.
No, I was telling Joe about your Richard Herring podcast.
Right. The one that kicked off.
Oh, I loved it. Honestly, I loved it. Because you were being truthful. I loved it. And it derailed, didn't it, for like a quarter of an hour?
About an hour.
Was it longer than that?
Yeah. I don't think that interview ever got back on track.
No, it's fantastic.
That I had no intention.
What happened exactly? I'm going to listen to it this afternoon, basically. But
what, mate?
I'm going to listen to it this afternoon. But what happened? Someone heckled you, and you just went, "I'm not."
I think it's worth, if you're able to watch it. I think it's worth watching. You actually see the scar of my mouth.
I sort of want to do it now while you're here.
It's great. But I think I was watching it going, would I do the same thing?
What did they do then?
I don't know if I would, actually. I might be on best behaviour in that situation.
I'm definitely best behaviour. And then
I think I would be. But in a comedy club, I would absolutely have done what you did.
Well, what had happened was that somebody had basically said something untrue about me in the moment that it was happening. And it was quite a serious charge, really.
Was it? Oh, I don't remember.
In terms of, no, it was she was saying I was sexist or that I was talking to her in a certain way because she was a woman and all that. She was doing all this.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had 2 things going on. One, you've got the panic of going, have I come across that way? Like, have I accidentally done it? And then the other part of me was like, I'm pretty certain I've not.
So you can accuse of something you're,
but you know, this was years ago, this as well. So, and we live in a world now where in that situation, if you don't address that there and then, people might walk away going, yeah, he was horrible to that woman. It did feel like it was because, you know, she was a woman and all that. And do you know what I mean? Unless you actually go, no. The main thing I remember from that was one point where I said, say back to me what I said, what you accused me of, say it back. And she couldn't. And okay, I hear what you're saying, but say it back to me. Tell me what I said.
Yeah.
And that was partly because I was like, did I?
Yeah.
As a joke or whatever, or as something that's just come across wrong. Or did I definitely not? Like a thought in my head, I definitely hadn't.
I forgot it was about that, yeah.
Wouldn't let it go either. So wouldn't let it go.
This is, me and David have spoken about this, about how fucking live stuff is a fucking tightrope. Anything can happen, and it's just that feeling to go, oh God, this could easily get out of control.
Yeah.
And you're just there going, I've got to deal with this now. It's horrible.
Yeah. Well, it's boring as well. When you're there, it's like, oh, this is so boring. That, you know, because I know how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
I know what this now means. So now I'll be like not as charming anymore. I'll be quite, aggressive and directed, and I know that I can and I won't stop because I know that I'll feel that the way to redress the balance is to genuinely put you on your arse, metaphorically, you know, and like I'll in my head I'd always be feeling like I've got to teach you an horrible lesson, and I don't even want to do it, but I'm gonna do it. And I don't care if this gig doesn't work anymore, as long as you have nightmares about this for the rest of your life.
I know.
There's no way going back to, so what was your first, after that, what was your first Edinburgh show like? I cannot wait to watch that. I genuinely can't.
So
just get a promo for the Parapod and stuff first. That's what we were in the middle of talking about, because it was the early doors of the Parapod. And then I don't know. I don't. You need to watch it from the beginning necessarily, but there's little bits. There's little callbacks to things that have happened, but you might find it interminable to see me just talking normally for quite a while. All right, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Big dinner.
Not speak to sit down.
Sit down with some pop.
Well, someone messaged me because when that came out, at the time it came out, it was like it hit quite huge.
Yeah.
In that week,
yeah,
there was lots of discussion, lots of people saying, I guess, hijacking it and saying, yeah, these feminists need to tell it, and it was like, no, it wasn't about that. It wasn't anything about that. So it felt uncomfortable from the off. The people that were on my side, I'm not them people.
Oh,
and that's not what that was about. No, there were plenty of people who were saying, it was getting it right, but it also got hijacked by what felt like thousands of people jumping on it, saying, well, this is the problem with feminists, and this is the problem with women doing it. And it was like, no, that's not what was happening.
Yeah.
Her gender had nothing to do with this at all.
No, not at all.
I need a pee. Really sorry.
Go on, you can do it.
Well, I can sort of get right into some Noel Edmonds.
Yeah, and nothing too interesting because I'm going to be about 3 minutes.
Take your headphones off, mate. That's it.
Ian,
he's going
the banker.
I think he's going watching that Richard Herring interview, I think.
Yeah. No, every so often he goes and kisses his wife mid-pod.
Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah. I hope that's true. I hope he's going to another room and go, I miss you.
It's lovely, isn't it?
I like spending time with my friends, but I really miss you as well.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, really sweet. Really sweet.
Yeah.
How are you, mate, by the way?
How am I?
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Has the film come out this week? Is that correct?
It's coming out tomorrow. Honestly, I'm fucking shattered.
Well done.
What's that?
Well done, man. This is such.
The banker.
Yeah.
The deal or no deal banker.
I have met the banker.
Glenn Hugill.
Used to be in Corrie. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I met the banker.
Yeah. Quite a substantial gentleman. I say that as a substantial gentleman myself. Yeah, he was. I don't think he was in Corrie.
But I don't remember him being substantial when I met him. Well, maybe he was. I don't.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying it in a judgmental way. I'm trying to give it.
Hey, Ian! I am not shouting at you, buddy. I am not shouting at you. Do you know?
Hey, it's fine.
Look. Hey. I don't want to be taken down a peg or two.
No, I'm just trying to give I'm trying to give a picture of the man.
Right.
Exactly.
No, I genuinely can't remember much. I remember some things, but that wasn't one. Anyway,
where was it? Where was he sat?
Watch this, Joe. Watch David now. Watch David now. So I'll tell you what an interesting thing about the banker was that I always found interesting, and where the contestants were was a little porter cabin just opposite outside of the studio itself, separate from the studio, little porter cabin. They'd all hang out there in a little green room that they had by the side, but kind of a makeshift thing. And they were ultra paranoid. They were trained to be ultra paranoid about what was going on. And Glenn would walk all around that area. He was in plain view all the time.
Okay, nice.
So he'd come out and chat with us. He'd go over there.
Beautiful.
He was there a lot in play.
Okay.
I've never.
Well, it wouldn't be him. I
wonder who that guy is. Or no one would even notice him. He was.
Well, it's not going to be Mr. Hugill.
They do stuff like. Do you know what? I think potentially, if it was happening now and investigated, there'd potentially be people saying you can't do this to people's minds.
Right.
Well, it's because I went into the booth while it was all going on, and
did you?
Yeah,
where the banker is.
Yeah, while the show was happening, it was unbelievable. I've never known.
Oh!
Have you done that?
What, into the porter cabin?
I remember it being like in the studio, but a different room upstairs.
What you mean? So you could hear everything that was happening?
Well, he was in a room with computers.
Right. Okay.
And
are you sure it was computers?
Yeah, it was
It's not just screens.
Well, screen. Yeah, screen.
It's not landing fucking planes.
What's the difference? Same bloody thing, isn't it?
In the gallery.
Oh yeah, whatever. No, it was screens. Or whatever. Ian, you are belittling me again.
Go on. You've remembered it.
It's very Mission Impossible in my head, so I've obviously changed it.
Really? Was he in there on his own, Joe?
I was sort of honestly. This is all coming back to me. That someone said, because I'd sort of done my bit. Do you want to come in and meet the banker? And I was sort of going, I would do that. But I was literally going, 100%. I don't know. I remember the first thing, it was in jeans. Yeah. Which was the first thing I noticed. I was like, "Oh, the banker's in jeans. That's weird." And then
he's not an actual banker, right?
he was like this is what I didn't know what to expect at all. And he was like, there was this break or something, and he was sort of chatting to me and stuff, and sort of telling me about it. And then it all started again. But he told me like there's a computer, I'm going to say computer, that tells him what the odds are at all points.
Yeah,
so
that's probably true.
Yeah.
I've probably been unfair then when I laughed at you saying computers.
Yes.
There probably was
a computer.
Well, I don't even think there was a computer. There was someone elsewhere with a computer that would tell him this bit of information.
I look at the man with glasses on.
And that man was a banker.
And a white coat. And
yes,
the computer
was
black screen with green writing on it.
It was like a film. It was exactly like a film. And so he would go, at the moment, say this person's got chance of winning £8,000. The odds are this. So if you offer 12, that means it's just below what they would win, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right.
And he told me that, and he goes, they give me this information, but sometimes I ignore that.
Ooh.
I ignore that, and I just go with my gut.
Yeah.
I just go, and he goes, they're on 12,000, but I think they're quite brave. So I'm going to play them at their own game. And I'm going to say 18. and I was
so sometimes Noel would ring him up.
Yeah, this is
where, and he'd make Noel laugh.
Yeah, this is what blew my mind.
To make him laugh?
And at one point he went like this. He went, hold on. And we all stopped, and he dived over to the phone. He went, ring, 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 ring. And we saw Noel pick up, and he went, you've got quite a little player there, haven't you?
Noel? He said that to Noel?
Yeah, he said that. And Noel went, yes, we do. We have quite a little player. And he goes, I think I'm going to play this person at their own game. And then Noel would go, he says he's going to play you. And I was like, I'm hearing the other end of this conversation. And it was like he was in character. He was the banker.
Yeah.
While he was doing it, he was the banker. He was like going...
Not always, though. Not from my experience.
Maybe he was doing it for us.
Yeah.
But it was fantastic to watch. And there's this little...
Yeah, you can't keep that up, can you?
Why did we do that?
What's in the boxes?
An angled number, isn't it?
Yeah, what you see when they open the box.
Yeah.
No, in the box. Not attached to the back of the lid. In the box.
No, so someone's not used their luggage.
But I just thought there might be something in it.
They're made for what they are. So they've just...
Okay, that's fine. There might have been a pencil or something.
How does the box open though? I can't remember. Does it? They open the lid. Right, I need to see.
Consolation prize.
Here
you go.
Okay. Right. Right. This has got to be quick fire. This the scoreboard. The amounts.
Yeah.
The board.
Yeah.
The electronic board.
Yeah.
Big.
Yes.
Big.
I remember thinking it's big.
Big. Up close.
Yeah. Genuinely remember thinking it was big.
How big is Noel when you're near him?
You know what? I didn't see Noel, but I imagine he's tiny.
He is little. Yeah. I think he might have been shorter than me, and I'm short. I'm 5'6".
Can I ask a question as well? What's his walk like? Because I always imagined his walk
like?
Quite bizarre. Has he got a normal walk or a bizarre walk?
I imagine he's got a click.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Exactly.
I think he did wear he did wear built up like heeled shoes. I think.
Yeah. The board, impressive up close or a bit.
No, I thought it was high tech. I remember feeling this was a decent quality.
Different levels to the stage, steps and whatnot.
Yeah.
Can I answer this one? It goes into like it feels like it was in because of the ranking.
Really?
It was like a sort of.
But it wasn't that much. But I know what you mean. It does feel
bit sunken.
Yeah.
Which I like.
So
because I feel like it's quite cozy in there.
No, like you could step off and step right down into something.
Yeah.
Right.
Go onto where the desk was and stuff.
Which I liked.
The desk. What's behind the desk? What's the contestant looking at? The shelving?
I don't know. I didn't go around there.
I can't remember.
No.
Didn't they film 360 anyway? So I would imagine everything would have.
I could probably find it. Right,
I think I worked there for like 2 months. I think in total, 2 or 3 months. I wasn't there. Mark Olver's the main warm up. He's who you want to talk to.
Okay, cheesy.
But I think he might be more professional.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
There's a reason.
He's probably stayed friends with him.
You're the one.
How long? I've got 7%. I'm so gutted. How long does a recording take?
Well, you did 3 in a day, so
2 or 3 hours.
Maybe 2 hours per show. Maybe.
Well,
I actually can't remember that.
I've got a question. How quickly out of the studio is Edmund's gone?
Very.
Once he's done his thing, does he hang about? Or is he immediately gone?
Very quick, unless there's somebody there in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Then he will. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, that don't mean anything untoward. What I meant, I just noticed myself. I don't know if this was all the time, but I noticed that he would always make time for somebody disabled.
That's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
So that's what I meant by that. I don't mean
if not,
it was like they can't escape.
No, I've got 6%.
Yeah. Keep the count
up close.
lot of makeup.
Looks good. Makeup.
Style, telly styled.
I don't know why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Telly styled is the most vague answer you can say.
No,
I like it though. He's got a telly style.
It's cool.
well, sort of immaculate. Like,
there we go.
Yes, immaculate.
Like, get his hair exactly right. Get his makeup
immaculate.
His beard's cut to precision. All that sort of stuff.
The shirt's tucked in beautifully. Yeah, guys, I've got to fucking end this. I'm on 4%.
Well, whose fault's that?
No.
Whose fault's that?
Fuck it.
No.
Do you know what? I might be able to, but I might lose my.
Can you delete stuff or something?
No, it's not that. It's my battery. Let me see.
Well, he's not plugged his computer in.
Oh, Ian, every time I ask him why, he'll go, "I've got something attached that."
Hang on.
Oh fucking hell.
What's he doing? Is he trying to put a plug in? Is that what? Are you serious? You've got a charger there, but you've been banging on about.
I can't. It's not working. So just bear with. All things.
Look at Ian's face. The disdain he has for you right now. And I absolutely back that disdain. Ian.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely.
Do you do these every day?
When we're in the thick of it, yeah. But at the moment, not. But yeah, every day, yeah.
I remember seeing when they first started coming out because I saw them on Data's Patreon.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're back in town.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we can't compliment you for basic tech.
No, not even basic, for plugging the fucking thing in.
Yeah.
That's below basic tech.
Are we not supposed to swear?
Oh no, I just edited myself.
Fine.
No, you swear like.
Moon.
I swear like a...
Well, you're the hardest working person on Patreon.
Is that factually correct?
Yeah, I'm googling you now.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy the that relationship with? Because you got me onto Patreon.
Yeah. Again, these are the things that people don't know about me. When people think I'm a prick, and they don't see behind the scenes. When I
don't think people do think you're a prick.
No one does.
No, absolutely no one thinks you're a prick.
Can we please print the legend? Let me just at least perpetuate the idea that everyone is thinking about me all the time.
I think people fucking love you, Ian, when I'm on your Patreon.
That's not true. Sorry.
You've got on Patreon, people adore you.
Audience,
and I've seen
audience, yeah, I agree on audience. Yeah. My personal audience, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's all right, though, isn't it? It's very supportive and very fluctuates. Like at the moment, it's hard at the minute, like it really is, but it's also hard for local shops here and stuff. You know, I'm seeing it across the board in people that I interact with from time. You know, everyone in every walk of life. Bankers, I think, are probably fine, but you know, and right now as well, it feels at the moment like this is like a crisis moment. Like, I mean, this week and last week, it feels like, oh shit, what's happened? I've seen people that I know are pretty flush, sort of sniffing around for cash at the minute. I've seen, you know, people in certain business things and entertainment business things sort of going, well, what can we do with it? You know, it feels like people are going, let's try and capitalize on our things that we've got at the moment. That's quite.
Have you felt that a bit on Patreon then?
Yeah, my income's dropped by 1/3 in the last year. 1/3.
Wow.
Fuck.
So that's
because people are cutting back, basically.
Yeah. So well, some people can't do it full stop. And what used to happen was that it would. Because with Patreon, I start at £1 or $1. So it's the lowest you can set it, because my ethos was I want people through the door, and if they like it, then that's between them. If they want to go, well, I'm going to give him a bit more because he does work really hard, and you know, it was that ethos.
Yeah.
And I like what he does or whatever. And if they don't like it, they can go, and that's also fine. And so that was my ethos of it, was that then people would prop it up. So if you have like 500 people at £1, then if you've also got another 500 people at £5, then that props it up. And I think what's happened really is that people have dropped and dropped and dropped to the lowest tier because they can't afford it, but they want to stay supporting you.
Right.
But it gets to a sweet spot where you go, I can't work 24/7, which is what I do, if I'm not covering all my outgoings with this. So you have to go, right, I'm gonna take 2 days. So at the moment, I dropped to 6 days, so I didn't do Sundays.
You do 7. You really do 7 days a week.
I've done 7 days a week for I think 4 years, maybe 5 years. Because at the same time as you're doing this, you're also doing your job in terms of like I'm also working on animation stuff that I'm doing and writing books and things, and you try and I made the film.
Yeah,
the Parapod film in at that same time, but that fed into it. So it was like I go home and go, right, today I've been in the editing today for and just showing some pictures, maybe giving some sneak peeks and all that sort of stuff. You know, pretty much the full making of the film is on my Patreon. Yeah, pretty much the whole thing is there, and all the deleted scenes and stuff. So it was symbiotic. That, you know, that did help.
If you're doing it yourself, you feel more. I know not secure is the right word, but you go, it can't all end overnight.
No, I do like the connection with people.
There's a vulnerability. Well, I can't get sacked off Patreon.
Yeah.
But Patreon...
Impressive if you did, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but...
You sacked yourself for
if
attitude.
someone could, it'd be you.
Do you know what? like genuinely, that is a part of it, of why I did what I did, in terms of knocking off gigs and stuff. It was literally just thinking, I'm sick of getting a phone call saying that someone has misunderstood what you were trying to do. I remember a gig in Liverpool once. I want to say Slaughterhouse, but that might not be right. But there was a gig in Liverpool once where, so you've both, well, Joe, you've certainly seen me compare and stuff or do wall.
Yeah.
So you know what my demeanour was, of just sort of like wandering on and that sort of... Yeah. It was no like, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It was all, hello, you're right, and you know, that sort of thing. Yeah. And I remember them ringing, again, my management at the time, after I'd done a gig, fucking livid. And they didn't want to pay me for this gig. And when they dug to they went, he hadn't prepared anything. And they went, what do you mean you've not prepared anything? And he said, he walked on stage. He walked on stage and said, he actually said, oh, if I'd known this would be this many people, I probably would have thought of something to say. I probably would have thought I'd have written something. Yeah. And it was like, do you think me, I guess I've been gigging maybe, could have been like 10 years at that point. Like, do you really think that when I walked on stage, I literally dried? That I was like, I had nothing at all. I had
It's weird because you said it, but you weren't panicking. That's quite impressive.
They didn't say, and then he sort of like he just made it up, and it was really good.
Yeah, and then it was like 20 minutes, and they're all laughing. That's just not good enough. If he hasn't prepared and they're laughing, it's not good. What?
Fuck, I used to have all my jokes on a bit of paper, and I never learnt them. I really needed that bit of paper. Yeah. And I put them in order that I felt like worked the best. And I remember headlining in Hackney, and it was quite busy, and it took me a long time to get to the stage. I was like, sorry, excuse me. I got onto the stage, right then. Oh, fuck. And I haven't got my jokes. He hasn't got his jokes. No, I genuinely haven't got my jokes. So I started panicking.
Oh,
bloody hell! He's left him in the changing rooms. This is
it's
fantastic.
going on a bit long now, yeah. Now do them. Now do the jokes. I'm done with this. Now do them.
So I remember just thinking, I can't be fucked to go back to get them. Okay. And I didn't go back because it was too much of a long walk.
Yeah.
So I had that thing where I'm headlining. Can't be fucked to get my jokes. I can't walk 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So there's sort of nothing going on. So I just stood there for 20 minutes. I've got my jokes. Fucking awful.
Hey, what I was saying though was the complete opposite of that. I was pretending I didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
Right, I was.
Ian, you were in control.
I knew exactly what was happening in that room.
But I remember. I think the promoter got in touch with me and said, "Sorry, you want me to pay you for that?" Thought you. Well, I didn't ask.
I mean that's like one of the few things that I have fantasized about a little.
I could probably find that email actually.
Well, one of the few things I've fantasized about subsequent to stopping doing stand-up with no intention of going back is of like, because it's not even burning bridges because I'm not using the bridges. I'm not even in that country anymore. So it's literally calling people out. It's literally saying, and the three of us will know how many emails you get and stuff from promoters saying can't pay that. Can't pay that. It's like, I think that's illegal, isn't it? I think you legally have to if you are running a business, and like there's things like that. And so many small people wielding huge power. In their heads. It's like,
yeah.
Well, if you were running that gig and I did that, I was headlining, and I did that, would you go, sorry, mate, that's not why?
No, because
you paid someone to do to fit. Basically, you're not paying someone to fill 20 minutes. Yeah. How they do it, when people say, "Oh, can you not do your type of stuff?" You go, "Well, don't book me at all."
Okay, I sort of got back to him going, "Well, I did drive." He was kind of in the right. To be fair to him.
No, did you go to his house and knock on his door and say, "Please, please, please, can I do your gig?"
No.
Right. Did he call you to book you for the gig?
Yeah.
That's his responsibility then.
Yeah.
So that was always what my take on it.
Because it can go wrong at any time. Like, it's like saying if you do well, you get paid. You go, but there's so many factors that are out of my hands.
Yeah.
You're like, if I die, that's not always my fault. And even if it is my fault, I have tried.
But is it not like someone going, "Hello, mate, I'll pay 150 quid to trim that lawn"? Yeah, I'll do that. Turn up. I bought my strimmer. Well, I can't pay you. Oh, right, you can't pay me.
No. You have, but you still have the ability to trim the. Still. Well, no, I'm not talking about you.
That's the problem with this conversation, isn't it? This is a really hard conversation because of what David's brought to this. Because we could argue, I agree with you, Joe. Like,
I have to deal with that every day.
Of course, mate. But it can go wrong at any point. That's true. Professional comic, you know what you're doing, but sometimes it just doesn't click and blah, 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 blah. That's all true. And it's not always your fault. That's true. But he said, I never learnt my jokes. And one day I forgot the bit of paper that had them on it.
Yeah.
I didn't go and get it.
Yeah.
But I still believe it's correct what Joe said. They're paying for your time. They're paying for you as a thing. So if you fuck it up,
just don't book you again.
Yeah,
you have to pay me for that one time I've done it, but just never book me again.
Yeah.
Listen, you pay me for this bit of grass that I haven't trimmed because I didn't bring the trimmer.
But did you? But you did. You essentially did trim it.
Yeah, you did not turn up.
Well, I sort of pulled bits out of my hand, pulled clumps of grass.
Yeah, you've irritated me the way you've done the lawn, but you have essentially done the lawn. And I never want to see you touch my lawn again. I'll give you all that.
Ooh, okay.
Bits of the lawn were different to how they were when you got.
I've never seen anyone trim a lawn like that, and I hope I never do, but you have trimmed it.
I remember he was at a gig not long after, and I think I was doing all right because I had my jokes. So that's like me being in another garden with my strimmer.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
so you can fucking strim?
Yeah, got a good little strimmer.
Well, that was what I was alluding to earlier on, like whatever it was, 2 hours ago, whatever. Where I was saying about that gig that I came to, your tour show that I presumed was your last one, and it turned out it was your first one. and by the way, can I also point out? By the way,
yeah,
that night I drove you home. I don't think I even took petrol money off you. Again, I'm not.
No, you didn't.
But
no,
I said I will take as full and final payment for this favour a signed poster from this tour because I've really enjoyed this evening, and you never sent it me. So, because also the design of that poster was gorgeous as well. I thought it would be a nice thing. Didn't even have to be signed. In fact, actually, probably better not signed. But that night when you were on that stage, I remember thinking,
wow, no need to say that, but wow.
No, it's true. That's what you're doing there. That's what people do. They go, oh, that's a bit unfair, pointing out that shitty thing that I did.
Right, okay, what was going on? I didn't think you okay.
You forgot. You forgot to send him the poster.
Yeah.
Well, firstly, I never had a fucking poster to send. I could have sort of, okay, hands up.
Yeah. We'll go get one printed out at your own expense.
How'd you do that? How'd you get one printed?
Well, why don't you get Ian to do that as well? He's done everything else. Get Ian, would you mind printing it?
Will I go and print the poster for you?
Yeah.
And then maybe I could drive it down to your house at my own expense for you to sign.
What I don't like, that's been in your head as well. Is like, oh right, you've lived with that.
Yeah.
It's that guy.
Solidly for that time, yeah. That's what I think of when I think of you. But I remember that night thinking when you were on the stage, I know he knows how to do this better, and I'm enjoying watching him not.
I'm not so sure.
Because you didn't die on your arse by any stretch of the imagination. Brian had a decent gig. It's important to point out that Brian had a decent gig for Brian. But I remember watching it, that horrible curse of knowing how things work, where you're just ripping it apart, where you can't sit and watch it and enjoy it, of thinking, I know that you're savvy enough as a performer and you've done enough different sorts of performing from stand-up with acting and all that sort of stuff. I know you have the skills to deal with this situation. So it must be a choice for you not to.
I'm not sure I have got this. That's not me.
Bullshit,
I'm not sure.
It's nonsense. That's nonsense. And that's
No. I've got one gear.
I think that's a way out of that.
I
think
it's that's part of your neurosis that you perpetuate.
I'm loving this. I'm fucking.
It is though. It is.
I self-sabotage.
No. It's not that. It isn't that. You got so used to presenting yourself as inept that you became inept.
Thank you so much for coming on.
That's coming from someone who absolutely adored watching you on stage. Loved it. Loved Gittins. I'd listen to all your shows when you used to, and I don't listen to podcasts and stuff, but when you used to do your live radio show, your Spreaker thing back in the day, listened to all of them, loved it, howled laughing. Shitter the better.
I can't comment on that night because I can't even remember how it went.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you can't, but it went well. but you wouldn't have known that to look at you. And it wasn't just Brian being defeated.
Oh no! Oh God, no!
And then you got the further slap of getting to your car.
Yeah.
And that being broken forever.
Oh no! I found it very difficult to disconnect the.
Yeah.
You know, it's 70% me on stage.
So what I'm saying is, of course I fucking drove you home. Of course I did.
Ah. Well, you got a poster coming your way.
And if you join our Patreon,
I'm saying it wasn't the big, it wasn't the big deal that it. Of course,
no.
I probably would have drove a stranger home that night had they have been in that kind of scenario.
Right. Okay.
Because I had a car.
You're a lovely man.
No, it isn't. No, it's not. It isn't.
Well, it is actually. It is actually.
It's all right to be a lovely man, Ian.
Thank you, mate. So are you, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Ian, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, mate. So that's my
Really
story
love
of being on
talking to
No
you.
Deal.
I woke up this morning. I went, brilliant. We got Ian on.
I did. I got really excited. Really excited.
I woke up this morning and went, I really can't press snooze another time.
Why are these bellends?
And then I had to walk around the house talking out loud on my own because I'd
What do we
Just
call
get your
that?
tongue and your mouth working.
edge going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go
Right.
to the kitchen and then access the
We should do that, Joe.
Oh, fuck that. Can't be asked. I'd rather start badly.
Well, congratulations.
You do every day.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you very much.
Really lovely seeing you there.
Oh,
Hey!
that's how we end.
Cool. I've got to go take the
Is that the banker?
Hey! Lovely little dovetail. Lovely little
The
dovetail.
bank is ringing me right now. Even though the banker knew full well I was doing an interview.
No, we'll split this into 2 parts. 7 parts. Cheers, Ian.
October. Cheers, Ian.
Pleasure. Lovely seeing you.
Love that.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.